This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so before we start or before we talk about FI/SD integration, first we need to revise accounts receivable. Because when we talk about SD integration or when you talk about OTC cycle, order to cash cycle, or FI/SD integration, we need to know the same points. It is all about a sales process that is happening in any organization. Let's say in your organization you are making sales, and when you make any sale, you will be realizing or you will be generating some profit. How are we finding out the profit from our sales? We need to understand point number one. First of all, how are we selling a product to a customer? When you are making any sale to a customer, your customer will not purchase raw material from you. Customer will always purchase a finished material from us, which means for us, when we are selling, it becomes a finished product. To the supplier, whoever is purchasing it, they may treat it as raw material. So it depends on the purchasing side. But when you see it from the selling side, you will always sell finished product. Even though it's a raw material in nature, the moment you see a particular product as a saleable product, you will be treating that product as a finished product. While creating FIMM integration, we were dealing with raw material category. In the SD integration, we will be talking about finished product. Okay, so as we already discussed in the evening sessions, we will be having two type of sales. One is direct sales. One is direct sales. Second one is sales or order sales. When I say direct sale, we are talking about FI direct postings. When you talk about direct sales, we are talking about FI direct postings, wherein you will directly debit the customer and credit the revenue account or sales account. When you talk about order sales, we are talking about SD sales order postings. When you talk about order sales, we are talking about SD module sales order posting. Whenever you're creating any sale from the FI side or from the finance side, we will not be dealing with any particular product or any particular material. There is no physical material movement. There is no service related part when you're recording any transaction from the FI side. It's a direct JV posting, which will allow you to record any adjustment entries in the customer account. Anything that you're selling which is related to your product or related to your service, it is strictly sold via sales order based on the SD module only. Whenever you're doing any sales with respect to SD module, we need to make sure we are clear with the process or the cycle. So when you talk about process or cycle here, you are going to have sales order here. Based on the sales order, we will be doing delivery, and then we will be doing post goods issue, and you will be doing billing. After billing, we will do customer payment entry, or you can also call it as incoming payment. And last one, bank reconciliation or BRS. This is what the flow that we normally follow when we talk about sales order related process or OTC cycle or FISD integration. When it comes to FI direct postings, your flow will be I will write outgoing invoice, Next one, credit memo. Next one, it is the same. Customer payment or incoming payment, BRS, or bank reconciliation statement. This is the flow normally we will be using to continue accounts receivable process from the finance point of view. But the way that accounts receivable executed from the finance point of view, the way it is executed from the SD point of view, there are slight changes. In the finance point of view, we are not bringing the material into the picture. When we are talking about material, we are talking about integration with MM module. When you're talking about material, when you're talking about service, your material master or your service master is part of MM integration. Here, there is no point of material, there is no point of service when you're dealing with FI related accounts receivable or direct postings in customer account. On the other side, when you talk about sales order related posting or FI/SD integration, we are talking about sales order, delivery, post goods issue, billing, customer receipt, and then BRS. In this process, you are going to deal with material master and service master. You may be selling a material, physical product, you may be selling a service. Whether it is a product or whether it is a service, you will have to require a master for it. If it is a material, material master. If it is a service, service master will be created. These masters are created by the MM module. MM consultant will be creating this material master. MM consultant will be creating this service master. Based on that, you are going to receive the order from the customer. Once the order is received, you will create the delivery and then you will post PGI, billing, customer receipt, BRS. In this process, whatever is happening, let us try to understand with simple example. So majoritarily, when we talk about accounts receivable, our focus is supposed to be this. On your accounts receivable, if you talk about FI/SD integration, your focus is supposed to be on sales order process. Before that, we need to revise once again the accounts receivable process so that when you define the configuration for accounts receivable with respect to FI/SD integration, everything will be fine. If I take a simple example, let's say sale of batteries to Reliance Digital. Okay, I'll put 100 quantity at the rate 1000 each. We are assuming that we are selling batteries to Reliance Digital. I'll say laptop batteries. Sale of laptop batteries to Reliance Digital. 100 quantities sold at 1000 each. Let's say this is the sale that had happened, or this is the order Reliance Digital had placed with us, and we have to deliver this 100 quantity at the rate 1000 each. Now, the moment you receive the sales order, what you will do, you will have to deliver to the customer. For you to deliver to the customer, you need to pick the quantity first. So here you must know who is your customer. Our customer is Reliance Digital is your customer, and what is the material that you are selling? Laptop batteries is our material, and next one, this is your sales quantity, and you need to write sales price per unit. Sales quantity, I'll put 100. Sales price per unit is 1000. Next one, if I put sales value, it will be 100 into 1000 is equal to 100 multiplied by 1000. This is 100,000 or 1 lakh. This is the value of your sale. So this basic information we must be in a position to identify by looking at the sales transaction or by looking at any one example. Because when you're working in any project, this is how you will get. Your client or your user will simply tell, we are selling this XYZ product to the customer at the rate of this, but we are unable to raise the order, we are unable to deliver the product. They will talk about different errors during the SD integration process or SD integration cycle. We need to make sure we are understanding the requirement first, business process first. What are they selling? Is this a product or is this a material or is this a service? And how the organization structure is set up, how the account determination is maintained, what is the flow of activities to be performed. These points is what first you need to understand. Based on that, everything else will come automatically. Now here, before you sell any particular product, here in this case we are selling laptop batteries. I'll take laptop batteries material account. If I take laptop batteries material account, this is what it is. So your material or laptop battery account will only have opening stock, and you are going to have any receipts, next one you are going to reduce anything called issues, and after this you are going to have closing stock. This is what you are going to have when you talk about material account. When we talk about material account, we are only dealing with the quantity. Here if I put, or if I add additional column, right here particulars, here this is quantity. Your material master or your material account will show only the quantity related information. Now for you to understand what is the value of it, then you'll have to use the different other stock report, but basically majoritarily from the logistics perspective, what your consultant is concerned about is the quantity. Similarly, the users who are working in the purchasing department or logistics department, they are concerned only about the quantity. What is my opening stock, which is my opening quantity, how much we have received during the month, how much we have issued during the month, and what is our closing stock. Now the sum of your receipt and sum of your issues is normally represented as movement. So these two are represented as movement. This is called a stock movement. When you talk about stock movement, for your opening stock, if you add the stock movement, you will get the closing stock. Especially when your auditing is going on, or internally if your company wants to do the reconciliation, they are more concerned about the movement. What is the movement for this month? In short, what is the stock movement, what is the material movement? They are representing what is this total stock in, what is the total stock out during the particular month. That will give you opening balance plus stock movement will result in closing stock. Like this, in every organization they will have different simple calculations, simple formulas to understand, to track the material movement, and how this is happening is what we need to understand. Now let's say laptop battery is a material which we are selling to the customer. Any product that we are selling to the customer, we normally represent it as finished product or finished stock. If this is the finished stock, let's assume that my opening stock is around 500 quantity. Let's say that initially you have opening quantity as 500 quantity. Now you are selling 100 quantity to the customer. I'll put receipts 0. I'm not writing anything in receipt. Next one, issues. Issue is nothing but the stock out. For any reason, if your material is going out, you will be representing it as issues. Here we are selling 100 quantity to the customer. When you are selling 100 quantity to the customer, you are issuing 100 quantity to the customer. So I will write 100 here. Since this is going out, I'll put a negative number. Minus 100. Closing stock is simply the sum of this. Sum of this will become your closing stock, which means the moment you complete your sales order process, your material stock value, your material stock volume must get updated. When I say must get updated, if you are selling a particular product, whatever the quantity that you are selling, this particular quantity should be reduced from your material existing stock. Whatever the available stock you have, from that available stock, the sale quantity must be reduced. Now here we are selling 100 quantity, we are reducing this 100 quantity from the particular stock, laptop battery account. We assumed that before selling the opening stock is 500 and then we are not purchasing anything, so I am not writing anything in the receipt. Issues, I am writing 100 as we are selling. When you sell, you will issue the product to the customer. When you are issuing the product to the customer, you need to pick from your existing stock. That is where your existing stock quantity 500 is reduced with 100 and the balance or the remaining stock is now 400 quantity. By looking at this, we need to understand whenever you are performing FIST integration, there is the involvement of material. There is involvement of material. Whenever you see that there is a involvement of material, we are bringing integration also into the picture. We are also bringing integration into the picture. When we talk about integration, so here is your integration coming into picture. Here, this is your FI integration. We'll post the accounting entry. Post goods issue. This accounting entry is posted based on the FI integration, not based on FISD integration. Because here you need to do a reduction in the stock. Here you need to do a reduction in the stock. For the stock posting, it is straightforward. We have to go to OBYC transaction code. You need to go to BSX. In BSX, you will update or you have already updated posting key 89 and the 99, or you have given debit credit posting key. Based on the valuation class, we have updated material related GL account. Now this particular material GL account, this particular setting will act for both debit postings in the material, credit postings in the material. Whenever you are purchasing the material, this is called as a debit posting in the material account. Whenever you are selling, this is called as a credit posting in the material account. So when you have debit postings, when you have credit postings, we need to make sure how this posting is taking place, from where the GL accounts are coming, where are we updating this particular GL account. When you talk about this integration cycle, your PGI is exclusively coming, or the PGI accounting entry is getting posted based on the integration, not based on the SD integration. This point you need to understand. Second accounting entry that you get is billing. In the billing, what will happen? This is FISD integration. Will post the accounting entry. When you perform any billing document, your SD integration will come into picture. This will post the accounting entry. In short, if you look at the sales order process, or if you look at the SD integration OTC cycle, only one accounting entry is getting posted. Only one accounting entry is getting posted based on the SD integration. The other accounting entry during your delivery or during your post goods issue or PGI is getting posted based on the integration.
Good morning,
All
sir.
right,
I have
so
some doubt.
yeah,
Sir, cost of goods sold, where it comes in the picture, sir, here?
during your post goods issue, cost of goods sold will come. That is your offsetting account for your inventory posting.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So before we configure this ST integration properly, first we need to understand, we need to have proper setup for the accounts receivable, which means your accounts receivable process is properly set up. You have the dedicated customer account groups. You will be able to create customer master, business partner. You are able to perform postings into the customer account. This is your first level before we step into accounts receivable with FISD integration. Let us verify if we have created any customer account in our company code, whether we have made any postings to the customer account. To verify the customer postings, I am not directly going into the customer master because I do not know what is the customer account that we have created. I'll go to SE16N. In SE16N, you will be able to check the table related information. For customer, there are multiple tables. Our intention is to check whether we have any postings in the customer account in our company code or not. For that, you need to understand which table will store customer master at company code level. Let me put KNB1. If you put KNB1 table, this KNB1 table will store the customer master for the company code segment. This will give you the list of customers who are created or who are extended to your company code. So what I'll do, I do not know the customer code, so I'm not giving any customer code. I want to find out customer based on my company code. So my input will be customer code. Sorry, my input will be company code. Our company code is DEIN. I'll put DEIN. No other filter I am giving. If you want any further filters, any further selection criteria, you can update. Let me click on number of entries. This is giving only one entry is found, which means only one customer account is created. Let me click on execute. Only one customer account has been created. Let us display this customer. First, we will display this customer master. To display the customer master, point number 1, you can go to BP transaction code. Point number 2, you can also go to FD03. If I go to FD03, this is asking me to input the customer number. I'll put this customer number, and this is from company code DEIN. When I put customer code, when I put company code, assuming that I am not aware of the business partner and all, I will straight away go to the normal transaction code which we used to use before the S4 HANA, which is your FD03. When I press enter, I will be automatically redirected to the business partner. It is telling redirecting to BP as transaction FD03 is absolute. Fine. Let me try once again. It is telling this cannot be used, which means if there are any particular transactions which are absolute, which are eliminated from S4 HANA, you will not be able to use them. Some transaction codes will take you to the new transaction code automatically. Certain transactions will not take you, they'll give you only at the message. Now what I need to do, I need to go to BP. I'll open BP transaction code. When I'm going to BP transaction code, I can find my BP in one of the ways. Now here, whatever you find, you are looking at the find option. Now this option I am going to verify only if I do not know who is my business partner or who is my customer code. If I am not sure about the code, I will be opting this find option. In the find option, I can find the business partner, person, group or organization based on BP number, search term, external number, name, address, customer number, supplier number. Based on any one criteria, you can search what is the respective or the relevant BP master. If you do not know, this is the approach. But if you know your BP partner, if you know the customer code, you will straight away go to this icon, Open BP. Click on Open BP. It is asking you to input business partner. Put the business partner code here. Click on Continue. If you know the code, you're not supposed to search here. Straight away go to Open BP. Put the business partner number. Press Enter. Okay, this is how it will display the customer master. What we created was DMart. We created a DMart as a customer. and if I go to the other roles which are extended to this customer, you will find so many roles. If any particular role is extended, you will come to know based on this role. If I click on this role, FI customer, if I click on company code segment on the top, I will be able to see DEIN is the customer company code, customer account is this, and reconciliation GL account is this. If I go back to general data, if I look at customer general data, so what we have used is test is the account group what we have used, but for us to test accounts receivable properly, we must have created proper account groups related to customers. Let me open the customer account group what we have actually created. Something related to D. LGIN. I don't think we have created any customer account group. Let me verify. No, I think we have not created the customer group. Let us first create one or two customer account groups and then we will proceed with the remaining setting. So for creating a customer account group, we've already discussed, let's say, this is what we have listed, accounts receivable baseline configuration. Now these settings we need to execute or carry out now to ensure that our basic accounts receivable is properly set up. First one is to create define account groups with the screen layout rule. Transaction code is OBD2. Let me go to OBD2. I will add a new entry. So I'll put DI, I'll take Dell India. I'll put DC. Put Dell India domestic customers. I'll click on save. One customer group I have created. Let me create another customer group. Dell India FC. I'll put Dell India foreign customers. One is domestic customer, the other one is foreign customer. This is to make sure you are able to differentiate between domestic sales and foreign sales. You can also call it as domestic sale, foreign sale. You can also sell as local sales and then export sale. What is the export sale value? What is your local sale value? You must be in a position to differentiate. For you to differentiate, you will be segregating the customer master according to the customer group to identify who is your local customer, who is your foreign or export customer. You must have created the account groups in such a way through which it is easy for you to identify this is the local customer. Local customer sale will be represented in local sales GL account. If a particular customer is foreign customer sale will be represented in foreign sales GL account. So you will be having different set of GL accounts for sale, domestic sale, foreign sale, intercompany sale, likewise. Now the determination of sales GL account is based on the customer master. First, if you are able to differentiate who is your customer master, whether it is local customer or foreign customer, intercompany customer, it is easy for us to maintain the GL accounts through integration. So what we are doing, we are creating two account groups. One is domestic customer, the other one is foreign customer. I'll come back. After creation of customer account group, next one is to create account number, which is your XDN1. Let me go to XDN1. In XDN1, let me click on change intervals. From the change intervals, now I do not know which number interval is available, which one I should pick. What I will do, I'll go to interval on the top. I will be selecting free intervals. If I tick free intervals, system is going to display the number ranges which are available to use. But what we need to do whenever you create a business partner related setting, we need to ensure BP number range and your customer number range are the same. To ensure that these are the same number ranges, parallelly I have to open BP related config. For BP related config, number ranges will be created in the BUCF transaction code. So I'll go to BUCF here. In BUCF, let me go to change intervals. Here also same option, interval, free intervals. Now I need to make sure the intervals that I select for business partner, intervals that I select for my this one are in sync. If I click on free intervals here, I need to make sure both the number ranges that I pick are in similar so that I can create same business partner code as my customer code, or same customer code will become my business partner code. So I need to identify a matching. I am able to see three series here. Here it is 3 all zeros to 3 all zeros 109. 3 all zeros, it is not available. One series is not there. In 3 series 721, 303, 841 to all this, which means 4 series, 5 series, everything is available. Let me check if any 4 series, 5 series is available. This is 6 digit 3 series. In the 4 series, you are not able to see any available number. But let me try to create, if I am able to create any 4 series. I'll put DD. Let me check DD is available. Where DD went? Must be in the down D series. So we were assuming 4 series. 1, 2, 3, 6 digit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'll put, let's say, some 50 customer numbers. It is telling specify interval DD without overlap, which means this number range is already utilized somewhere else. So you cannot use the same number range repeatedly. So we are not able to use it. Let me click on free interval again. So 19 series is available. We need to make sure that you will identify a number range which is similar for both the groups, for your customer, for your business partner. 510 800 400, 510 800 400. So this range you can use it. So what I'll do, I'll pick this number range. So for customer, I'll put Let's say D I represent for Dell, and for domestic let me put something, I'll put D plus. So let me scroll down to D plus. Here is your D plus. So what I will be picking here, I will be picking a number range which is similar to this 5100 800 400 800 400 until 800. Let's say somewhere around some 30 customers I will take, because we will not be creating so many customers, so I'm not blocking multiple number ranges. Enter. Let me try to save this. We are able to save this number range. Similarly, what I'll do, I'll pick this 5100 800 400 until 800 430. D plus is what I've created here. Let me pick this number. I'll assign D plus for this and I'll click on continue. 400 until I'll take 430. This is giving an error message for DD. Let me remove this DD. We don't need DD. I'll delete this DD. Enter. D plus we have created. I'll click on save. Now the number ranges have been saved. So point number one, we created D plus for domestic customer. Let me also create D minus for the foreign customer, so that in the integration we can verify both the domestic sale account determination. You can also check the foreign sales account determination. Let me add D minus also. From 431 to 450 I will take. I'll put D minus 431 to 450. Save. This is also done. Customer number ranges. In the business partner also, let us put D minus 431 to 450. Click on save. Number ranges for business partner, number ranges for the customer account group are now saved. Let me come back to the account number range for the customer. The logic to be followed here is number ranges for the business partner is internal, number range for the customer is external. So if I come to customer number ranges, if I scroll right side, first let me
Ajay, can you
pick D
repeat that?
plus.
Ajay, can you repeat that sentence again? Number ranges for the internal and external?
Yeah. Whenever you are creating number ranges, for business partner, your number range will be internal number range, and number range for your customer will be external number range. So for your D plus and then D minus, we need to take this as external number range, so that when you create the business partner, system will first generate the BP number. Once business partner number is created, the same business partner number will be allotted to the customer number. For that to happen, we need to make sure your business partner numbering, your customer numbering are sync, which means are same, and your customer number range is set as external number range, so that there will be no deviation, there will be no conflict. So whatever the number that is allotted for the business partner, same BP number will be allotted to the customer number. So I'll pick these two external and I'll click on save this. After creating the first setting, now we have completed first setting from the customer screen layout rule. We have also completed BP number ranges. Next one, create number ranges. This is also completed. Third one is assign number ranges to account group, OBAR. Let me go to OBAR. Let me save this first. OBAR. In this, I'll go to position. Account group that we created is Dell India domestic customer, DIDC, and then DIFC, domestic customer, foreign customer. For domestic customer, we assumed this is your D plus. For foreign customer, this is D minus, number range. And we will save this number range. With this three settings, your configuration related to accounts receivable is completed. Along with this configuration, as part of your baseline config for accounts receivable, we should also make sure that the tolerance group for the customer account is updated. For checking the tolerance group for customer account group, we need to go to OBA3. If you go to OBA3, this is your change view customer vendor tolerances. We have to make sure for our company code, this setting is updated. DEIN. If this setting is updated, system will allow you to record customer related posting. If this setting is not available, it will not allow you to record any accounting entry for customer account. It will give a message the tolerance group is not created. Okay, this is setting alone we will be using. Later on, we will see if required, we will talk about this. Otherwise, we don't use this much. Even in real time, you will not be using much on these points. /n. Now, customer related configuration is completed from the customer master perspective. Now, from the business partner perspective, we need to create the two more settings. We have defined this one setting, BUCF number ranges. Next one, define grouping and assign number ranges. BP grouping we need to create, BP number range we need to assign. For this, there will be no transaction code. We need to go using IMG path. Let me open SPRO, SAP reference IMG. Cross application components. Inside the cross application component, you will find SAP business partner. Open this SAP business partner. Inside the SAP business partner, you go to business partner. Inside the business partner, basic settings. In basic settings, you will find BP number ranges and grouping. Open this. Number ranges is what we have already created. Next one is to create the BP group and assign the number range to the business partner grouping. Click on this setting. Add a new entry. We are talking about two account groups, DIDC, Dell India domestic customer, DIFC, Dell India foreign customer. I'll write Dell India domestic customers, Dell India foreign customers. And number range for domestic is what we created as D plus. For foreign customers, we have created D minus. And short name, I'll put DEIN domestic. I'll put DEIN foreign. Domestic customer, I'll put foreign customer here. I'll proceed to save this. Enter. After this setting, next one is to maintain. Define number assignment for direction BP to customer. This is nothing but customer vendor integration CVI setting. For doing this setting, let's minimize business partner, and down you will find something called master data synchronization. Let's open this master data synchronization, and here customer vendor integration. This is nothing but CVI. Open this CVI. Here business partner setting. Inside this, settings for customer integration. In this, field assignment for customer integration, assign keys. Here you will find another option called inside the customer vendor integration, business partner setting, field assignment for customer integration, define number assignment direction BP to customer, define number assignment direction customer to BP. In general, in your normal implementation project, if it is a fresh implementation, you will be proceeding with BP to customer. In case of migration project, you are migrating data from ECC to S4HANA, you want the customer code, you already have the customer code. For the existing customer, you want to allot a business partner number. There you will be using customer to BP. So since we are creating directly in the S4HANA system, we will be using BP to customer. Let me open define number assignment for direction business partner to customer, which means BP number will be generated first, customer number will be generated next. Open this. Here go to new entries. You have two account groups. If I F1 on the first one, this is your business partner grouping. First one is your BP account group. Second one is your customer account group. Sometimes we may also create in a different way. BP grouping code may be different, customer grouping code may be different. So if you put incorrect code at the wrong field, then we will not be able to save the record. For our example, what we have taken for business partner, domestic customer, Dell India domestic customer. Similarly, for customer account group also Dell India domestic customer. For foreign customer also I have taken the same thing, Dell India foreign customer. Customer account group also Dell India foreign customer. Enter, and we need to make sure that you will select same number here so that your BP number and customer number will generate the same number. Click on save. Continue. Come back. Now with this, our BP related configuration in S4HANA system is completed. Next one is to create customer master. When you create customer master, we need to make sure the customer related GL account, in short, customer reconciliation accounts are already created. For verifying a customer reconciliation account, let us go to FS00/N FS00. DEIN is the company code. Let me go to accounts receivable grouping. In this we have created accounts payable, trade, accounts receivable, trade, export. What is this? Trade customer, export customer. This is a credit customer, intercompany customer, one-time customer. So what I'll do, this trade customer I'll change to domestic customer. Accounts receivable, I'll change the description to domestic, so that this will correspond to our group what we have created. This GL account must be a reconciliation account, reconciliation for customer account, and create bank interest will be G067 reconciliation account. Take this, proceed to save. Next one, export. This also G067. Control data must be reconciliation for customer. Type description, here I'll put foreign. Accounts receivable, foreign. So that foreign customer, foreign accounts receivable, domestic customer, domestic accounts receivable. The naming will be similar so that it is easy for us to understand, connect the points. Once this is done, next point is to create the business partner. For creating business partner, let's go to BP. In BP, let us select the organization. I'll click on organization and I'll first pick the BP grouping. What we created was Dell India domestic customer. So I'll click on D on my keyboard. It will give D. This is what the BP grouping that we created. Dell India domestic customer. Let me pick this and I'll write title as company. I'll write the same name. Reliance Digital. Customer name is Reliance Digital. Let me take Reliance Digital only. I'll put Reliance. Street, I'll put Digital Street. Some postal code. Address I'm randomly giving. Region, I'll pick Telangana, which is 36 here. When you press enter, you will get to know if there are any errors here. This address tab will show a red bubble icon. Language, I'll pick English. And next one, I'll proceed to save this. Now this is the first number that is got generated. Business partner number is 51000800 Let me copy this number and I'll place this number against this. This is the customer number. Next one, we need to assign this business partner to our company code, which means for assigning this business partner to our company code, you will extend BP rules to the business partner. So now you want to treat this business partner as a customer in your company code. If you want to treat the business partner as a customer in your company code, you need to assign a role related to business partner finance customer. For finance customer role assignment, click on change mode. Currently we are on display mode. Switch to change mode. In the change mode, if you open the role, you will find customer related role which starts from FL. This is your FI customer. This FI customer role we need to assign to extend this customer to your company code. Select FLCU00 customer role. And here immediately go to the customer general data. If you go to customer general data, system has automatically assigned customer number here based on the CVI customer vendor integration setting that we did just now, and it has automatically detected your customer account group. Your customer account group and your customer account number is automatically generated based on the previous settings related to business partner. Now straight away I'll go to company code. In the company code, I want to extend this customer to DEIN company code. Enter. And reconciliation GL account. This is a domestic customer. I will be selecting accounts receivable domestic. This is what I'll pick. Accounts receivable domestic. Sort key I'll take 001. Other information currently I am not taking. I'll straight away proceed to save this. Okay, customer account is now created. The same BP number is allotted to customer number. So this is coming based on the CVI customer vendor integration setting. Next one is to create a transaction. To make sure that we are able to create a transaction, we must create one manual invoice to the customer. For recording a manual invoice to the customer, your transaction code will be either F-22 you can use, or you can also use FB70. If you use FB70, this is your enter customer invoice for DEIN company code. If this is any particular sale that you're doing without any material master, it's any normal finance sale, you will be using this transaction code. So I will select the customer code, which is this. I already copied this. Let me pick this customer code. I will place it here. And I'll take today's date. I'll put FI sales, finance sale. Amount, let me take some 50,000. I'll take 50,000 INR. text I'll put finance sales. Now here the GL account that you are going to select should be the revenue GL account for sales. If I take sales related GL account, let me open another session. Let me stop this if it is taking time. It already displayed. So while this loads, let me open from the FS00. Here if I go to sales related GL accounts, where is the sales? Here we have created a domestic sale, we have also created export sale. In the domestic sale, in the export sale, now you have two type of sales. Sales processed using SD module, sales processed using FI module. Now any sales processed using FI module, any sales processed using SD module, you need to have a clear differentiation. Because in the SD module, your sales accounting entry is getting processed automatically based on the integration settings. FISD integration is determining the GL account for sales account. Now, when you record any manual invoice, when you post any manual entry into the finance sales, you will be again treating this as a sale. Now here the GL account that you are using for manual posting, GL account that you are going to use for the automatic posting in the FISD cannot be the same. This GL account cannot be same because strictly no manual entries are allowed to the GL accounts which you are declaring in FIMM integration. Similarly, the GL accounts that you are integrating or that you are declaring in FISD integration. Any GL account that you declare, any GL account that you maintain in the account determination, we must ensure that there will be no manual entries there so that it is easy for you to reconcile. If there are any mismatches in the balances, easy for you to figure out if there are any problems in your entries or somebody posted manual entries in this account. So remember, strictly the GL account that you are going to use for manual sale, in short the finance related sale, and the GL account that you are going to use for your integration, which is your FISD integration sale, should be completely different. Now if I take this domestic sale, I am not supposed to pass a manual entry in this account. Let me see. Okay, this is closed. Let me click on change mode, domestic sale. If I go to control data, if I go here I need to tick post automatically only so that nobody can pass manual accounting entry in this GL account. Enter. Let me save it. But now I need a GL account to record manual sales. Manual sale in the sense without any sales order. For this, I can create a copy of this GL account. I'll put 1. Everything will be the same. Here I will remove manual posting. Now I will put domestic sale, or I can put finance domestic sale or FI domestic sale, something like this. I'll put domestic sales FI or domestic sales finance. So something like this you will put a GL description so that anybody who is trying to record manual sale entry, they will be picking the relevant account. If they select this GL account, which is 31 1 all zeros, it should throw an error because manual entries are strictly not allowed in this GL account. Let me try to post one accounting entry, FB70. If I go to FB70, customer, FI sale, let's say 50,000. Now here I will pick the GL account. Let's say I do not know that I need to pick this GL account. I was taking this GL account and amount I'll put 50,000. Enter. Now it started giving an error message. Account can only be posted internally in this company code, which means manual entries are not allowed in this GL account. What I'll do, I'll change this GL account number to 1. Now for this GL account, it is giving another error message. This is because your sales account is a cost element. The sales we are taking as primary cost. For this, we are assigning cost element category as 11 revenue. For this, you must input cost assignment. For that, let's go right side. Point number 1, we need to assign profit center. I'll put DEIN01. Okay, when I give profit center, this is disappearing. Let me click on simulate. If I click on simulate, customer account debit, domestic sales, finance related GL account is getting credited for 50,000. If I go back and I'll try to do a normal simulation here, and I can click on post from here. Enter. Now if I display this document, this is your accounting entry. This is your accounting entry which is getting displayed. Now here what we need to understand, customer account is debit, sales account is credit. Here this is a manual entry. This is a manual entry for this sale. Now remember, whenever you make any sale to a customer will ask you for the invoice copy or bill. Now whether it is a finance sale or it is a normal product sale from your SD module, you must produce an invoice copy to the customer. Now what we are posting is the customer sale. For this customer sale, we need to produce the invoice copy. For producing the invoice copy, SAP will not provide any standard format of invoice copy. What you will be doing here is you will be working on a RiceF object called forms. In the RiceF object, you have something called F. F represent form, which is nothing but smart form in SAP. If you look at this, let's say, so from here I cannot print. So the smart form is nothing but invoice copy in the A4 sheet you need to produce. For this invoice copy, your client will give you the sample. If this is a sale from the finance side, we want this information to be captured as there is no material involvement here. There is no material, there is no quantity rate. The format for the finance invoice will be different. What they will give, they will provide you a copy of the sample invoice in which they want to produce it to the customer. Taking that invoice, you have to sit with the technical consultant, ABAP consultant, get that smart form developed and get a custom transaction code also created for generating the invoice copy, finance invoice copy. Direct invoice or FI invoice copy to the customer you can generate based on a custom transaction code or a customization. For this, you need to work on RiceF object called form, in short a smart form, for generation of invoice copy for the finance or direct entries in the customer account. So what is this finance invoice? What is the smart form for it? How do you get it generated? That I will explain in the next session. Okay, let me stop this here for today. So you need to practice accounts receivable in your company code. Create 2 more account groups so that you will revise. You will refresh your accounts receivable basic knowledge. And then when you do this FIST integration, it will be clear to understand that every dot you can connect. Why we are doing, what is the process flow, how it is getting integrated. We will be able to understand only when we are thorough with accounts receivable, customer postings, reports from the FI point of view. Clear? Any questions so far?
Ajay, I have the request when you are uploading the videos, can you put the subject also? For example, today you covered SD and customer BP.
Yeah, I'll put that. Fine. All right then. So let me close the recording.